sort of must-have items. We've got something brand new. We have shown you our Bionic spotlights and work lights before, and they've always been popular. So what the folks did at Bell & Howell is they said, hey, let's make a jumbo. Let's make one that's really, really big. The most COB LEDs we've ever done, and I believe there's 50 COB LEDs in this guy right here. You can mount it anywhere on your exterior property. It has a solar panel on top, so you don't have to wire it. Built-in a lithium battery, lasts forever, never have to replace it. LED bulbs never have to be replaced. So if you want an entryway motion light, so when you drive your car into your driveway, it turns on and lights up the whole driveway. Or maybe you want it by your garbage or recycle bin, so when you walk out there, you get full light, not a little light, full light outside. Maybe the kids are playing in the yard and you want to have a light for them. You want to light up your patio in the front. Barbecuing at night, right? You got a light out there. You want to put them in your walkway. These are super duper bright. They come with a little tab so you can stick them anywhere. You don't even have to screw them on. They'll last forever. They are weather resistant. Giant solar panel, so it does not have to be in the sun all day. This is it right here. I have the regular Bionic light. I am so buying this after work. The price today is $31.50. Easy install. You'll never need another exterior light or a bulb again. It is 740-474. Get on board early with this because I don't have a lot of them to go around. It is the perfect night light, the perfect motion light, spotlight, work light, whatever you need it for. You're going to love it. Lou Caputo standing by in the Caputo studio. Lou, they took a good thing and they made it even better.
They really did. I got to tell you something. When I got this, I was so jazzed because just like you, I've got the regular Bionic light and the floodlight. And this thing is just, this is the brightest one. I don't know how they keep doing it. Bell & Howell keeps making brighter and brighter. Now, what's cool about this one, if I give you a tour of this real quick, along the sides here, all these little dots you see, these are what we call SMD LEDs, surface mount diodes. There are 50 of those on this one, guy, 50 SMD LEDs. Then when you look at this side of it, these yellow strips, these are the COB LEDs, the chips on board. There's another 44 elements on these combined. So we're talking about a crazy amount, almost, I think it's 94 separate lighting elements on this. It's insane. This little dot right here, that's your motion sensor and your light sensor inside of that. Then this is a switch right here. It's a soft switch on it, silicone switch. You just press it one time, and that's going to turn the light on. Now, when this light, I say it's going to turn on. When it's going to turn it on, it's when the lights are off. But you press it one time, and it's going to come on full power, and it's going to have the motion sensor activated. Turn it on again, press the button one more time, it brings it down to a 50% mode, where it's kind of on all the time, but when it senses motion, it comes on full bright. Really, the only way to explain that is I got to show it to you, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my lights down in the studio, guy, real quick. Take the lights down. All right, so it's totally dark in here. Ready? Here we go. Now I'm going to move around. Now, I've got two mounted behind me, and you saw those come on. Those are insane, right? This guy right here, I'm going to turn this one on the table, and it is just incredible how much light comes off of this. But now I'm going to put it in that 50% mode. Notice how it got dim, but the minute I move, it comes on full power, okay? So that's the way that's going to work for you. So you could actually have this on all the time in that 50% mode, but then all of a sudden it comes on full blast like this. But guy, the amount of light that comes off of this thing, look at this. You can see my shadows on the walls. This is crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah, I've never, you know what, it's funny because I had it backstage and I was like, I've never, I mean, compared to my Bionic lights, which I thought were like the killer lights of all time, this thing is like ridiculous. And so if you need to light up a larger area, you know, I always talk about the, you know, the scary recycle and garbage area. I always put those things in the worst part of your house. You know, it's perfect for that. You don't have to worry about the elements, wind, you know, snow, rain. Don't worry about any of that stuff. If you want to mount it, we give you the mounting hardware, the screws to put into a wall, or you could just use the sticky tape as well. But this is real light. You know, normally when we think about solar light, we think, okay, it's going to be light, but it's not going to be like an electric light. It's going to be, look at that. It lights up the entire area. We only have a limited number of these to go around with the brand new style. It's called the Bionic XL. If you want to get it home, remember, lights everywhere. Not just in the front, sides, front, back, I mean, all over the place. You have a giant solar panel on top. You know, usually panels are only about half that size. This is a big solar panel. So, and that's because this thing really creates a lot of power and emits a ton of light. So look around the exterior of your home. Where do you want light? Do you want it out on your back patio? Do you want it out where you barbecue every day? Do you want it in the backyard where the kids play? Side yard? Maybe you got a garden hose out there, and or things out there that you need to adjust. Maybe what about where your fuse box is outside, right? Or around my producer Audrey just said around your swimming pool, right? Perfect. And Lou, what's nice too is you never forget to turn it on or off because it's all automatic.
It self-regulates, and I love that about this. It's one less thing that I have to worry about. You know what I love, too, is that Bell and Howell, man, they always go that extra step, and they give you the mounting hardware for this, because you are going to get the 2 screws and the 2 mollies, but then they give you that really good hook and loop fastener right there, 2 of those. So you can actually set these up, take them down if you need to, if you want to, with that hook and loop fastener. But you know the other thing I noticed about this guy, this is totally sealed in plastic. The entire fixture is sealed in plastic, okay? So this is going to be just one crazy weatherproof piece that you're going to have out there when you're using this. I'm going to bring my lights down again just because I think people at home can't appreciate how crazy, crazy bright this is. Now watch this. As soon as I bring these down, the motion sensors are going to come on, so they're looking for me, and then I'm just going to move. And I don't even have to move a lot. These are sensitive up to about 25 feet away. This guy in front of me, look at that. See, when that thing comes on,
crazy.
It's all that. And look at this. On the sides of it, you can see 50 SMD LEDs all the way around. So it's lighting from the sides, it's lighting from the bottom, it's lighting from the top. I mean, this thing is throwing light about 270 degrees around it. I mean, that is just, we've never had a light like this before. I'll show you that dim mode again. There's that 50% dim mode. The minute it senses motion when I move, it comes on to full power. So that'll stay on like that all night. Now, I want to show you this. When I bring my lights back up, watch what's going to happen in my studio. The minute my lights come back on, all these lights are going to turn off. The minute they sense the light, boom, just like that's what's going to happen at your house. In the daytime, these are going to turn themselves off. This right here is a one and done, man. This is like a self-contained light, cannon. I mean, it's just unbelievable how much comes out of this. And Guy, real quick, I just want to show everybody some of the other options out there that we've tried before. Yeah. This is a motion sensor spotlight. This one's wired, so you know what I always say about that. You got to wire and you got to hire. You need an electrician to come out for one of these bad boys.
Yeah, and it's probably $100.
I'll put this one up against this. Yeah. I'll put this guy up against this. And you know what you're not doing? Not worrying about batteries like we have to with some other lights out there. Self-regulated and then powered by the sun, my friend.
Yeah, and I think one thing everybody has in common is an area outside their house where they wish they had light. And
sure.
Let me tell you hire an electrician, because I've told you this story 100 times, Lou, but I had there was a motion spotlight in my backyard when I moved into my house. Right. I'm looking all over it. I'm like, there's got to be a switch on this thing. It was wired through the attic, and it was supposed to be automatic. Anyway, it never worked, so I actually got up there on a ladder, took the giant spotlight bulb out of it, because it was a halogen bulb, expensive, right?
And hot.
And I got a new bulb. I put a new bulb in there, still didn't work. I had a guy come out. I'm like, why won't this work? He goes, dude, that thing's like 8 years old. The wiring is probably all burned out. I could rewire it. It was like $300 to rewire. I'm like, dude, really? I don't really care if I can see in the dark. I'd rather have $300 in my pocket. But for $30, is 10% of that cost. And I would get, and you get every bit as much of the light because of all the COB LEDs that are in there. I think it's so smart. Safety, Lou, security, that feeling that, if somebody comes on your property, the light will go on. So it basically patrols your property, especially when you're not home.
Yeah, and what's nice about this is you don't have to aim it. Some of the lights you've got to actually aim and decide where you want that light to go. This one just throws light everywhere. I mean, below it, to the sides, in front of it. I mean, so you're getting light all over the place when you have one of these up there. That's why I like it for driveways. I love it for like above entryways. I love what you said about the breaker box, because my breaker box is outside the house. I don't know why how many different solar lights have I sold? I've never put one out there. Yeah. This is a brilliant idea, guys. See, once in a while, you and I, we come up with some good ideas. That was a very good one.
Well, you know what it is? And I don't know about you, Lou, and I'm not, because I say this is one of those guy things, where we love to kind of be saviors, like, oh, don't worry, I've got it covered. I'm going to put a light out there so that the kids can play. And it's a great, it's a great thing to buy for your guy, because the guy will be like, first of all, it's easy, but you get a very impactful result at the end. You get a whole yard that's lit up, and it only lights when people are there. So, or if a burglar comes onto your property. So to me, it patrols your property for you. It gives you, a heads up. If you got to go out and check your breaker box outside, you have light. It gives you everything that you need for a great price, and it'll last you year after year after year. 740-474, $10.50. And by the way, you can get that free with a brand new HSN credit card. We're gonna put $40 in your account. That'll pay for that, pays for the shipping and the handling and probably most of the tax. So grab it while you can. All right, Lou, thanks, buddy. We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, man. See you in a little while.
All right. Hey, really quick, coming up in our next hour, we have something called the Skeeter Tornado. Have you guys